So NSF is a human health safety company. We test a whole lot of different products. In this laboratory, in the laboratory that I work in, we test mostly bottled water samples as well as samples that come from drinking water treatment units and other plumbing devices. The purpose behind this is to make sure that the products that you're buying in this regard, water and water devices, are safe for use. I've been working here at NSF for 6 years now, or 7 years, 6 or 7 years. My job title is Technical Supervisor for Extractions. I started with the company as just a regular technician in the exposures department, and recently became the technical supervisor here. Some of the responsibilities that come with my job is hiring in technicians for the extractions lab, as well as performing extractions and making sure that due dates are met and extractions are running smoothly as possible. Dealing with workflow and dealing with personnel as well. So here at NSF we test all sorts of products. Everything from plumbing, end-user plumbing like faucets, municipal plumbing, drinking water treatment units. We do a lot of engineering testing for shelving, furniture. We do testing for automotive also with some of the aftermarket parts. Just about any kind of product testing NSF can possibly handle. Some others also include toy safety, as well as lead content in other consumer products. If NSF didn't exist, it would probably be sort of a different world that we would live in, as NSF has produced and helped other companies comply with a lot of the safety regulations that we take for granted today. Some of which would be like lead content in plumbing, or the amount of volatile organic compounds that might be in a water filtration system. So I would think that the common person would think of NSF as a company that just tests products for maybe contaminants or unsafe things, which we absolutely do. However, a lot of the things that NSF does test for is for product certification and regulations as far as quality assurance goes. One of the big things that NSF does is test vitamins and dietary supplements for both purity and standardization. Basically, when a company says there's so much of A or B in a product, we can help that company make sure that that is a true statement. Also, NSF does a lot of work with sports and testing sports nutrition for banned substances. In this way, an athlete who is a professional athlete or an Olympic athlete can buy a product knowing that they can take it without violating the banned substances agreements that they need to be able to perform. Other than that, the behind the scenes that I think people might be surprised with is how much hands-on work we do with the products themselves. If you were to take a tour of the lab, you might see a laboratory with 10 to 20 faucets all hanging up with water and them being exposed, big pipes and tubes and all sorts of stuff laying around in various states of testing. So I think that might surprise some. Whereas when you first might walk through the building, you see a lot of analytical instruments actually doing the testing. So I think that would probably be kind of a surprise. So the message that I would like to get out about NSF, and the message that I tell myself about NSF, is that at its core, we are a company that is driven and focused to improving human health. It's easy to get lost in the day-to-day of a 9 to 5, 8-hour-a-day job and kind of lose sight of what you're doing. But in in this job, it's always been a little bit easier to come to work and deal with some of the issues that work always brings, when you know that at the end of the day, the company that you work for is focused on improving human health. And NSF and all of the satellite offices and all of the companies associated with NSF are driven for the same thing, that we're actually contributing to the betterment of global humanity by helping people live safer.